See ready as we approach the start of the 1 o'clock games. It's all going down next right here on Hammers.House.
The United States are strongly encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Happy Sunday, Raider Nation and all NFL fans, and welcome to the official, the original, the only house for Las Vegas Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions. Welcome to Hammers.House. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning wherever you guys are at. Before we go any further, let's do a quick roll call. Robert Pena, Maize and Blue, Raider Nation, Cali. Oh, so it was your son that pulled, man, bro, I'm telling you now, he can call in anytime. That was hands down the best way to end the show, and he's got more of a brain than our front office, realistically. So shout out to little man KJ. Definitely appreciate the call the other day. My son Prez is in the building. Raider E, what's good? Tubby, what's good? Rodolphs, Fram, hope everybody's doing well. I will open up the phone lines at some point. We're not going to do it yet. Let's go into this matchup preview, and then I'm going to go through the... Actually, let's do the fantasy first, and then we'll go through the matchup preview, because we are, like I said, about an hour away from the start of the 1 o'clock games. Thor, what's good, bro? One Up, what's good? Let me take this down real quick. Clear this. All right. Actually, yeah, let's do the weather report first, as we're about to approach the 1 o'clock games within less than an hour. Falcons are at home. They're inside. The Ravens are at home hosting the Carolina Panthers. 38 degrees and clear. Bills are actually in Detroit today, as Buffalo got slammed with a really, really bad snowstorm. I think it was like 4 or 5 feet worth of snow. Thank God I don't live up there in the sticks of New York State. Texans are at home hosting the Commanders. The Colts are at home hosting the Eagles. Patriots are at Gillette against the New York Jets. 1 o'clock start, 41 degrees and clear. Saints are hosting the Rams in New Orleans. The Giants are at MetLife, 38 degrees and clear against the Detroit Lions. Raiders are in Denver at Empower at Mile High. It's clear, 51 degrees. Vikings are home. They're inside hosting the Dallas Cowboys at 425. The Steelers are hosting the Bengals in Pittsburgh, 33 degrees and clear. Chargers are at home at SoFi, 65 degrees. That's the 8:20 game, and the Monday night game is going to be at the Giant Toaster in the desert between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. We go into the updated injury reports as of right now. I'm going to refresh this just to make sure there was no other changes, and it doesn't look like there is. As of right now, ruled out today is Gus Edwards, Corey Davis, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hornier, Jamar Chase, Juju Smith-Schuster. Game time decisions are Wendell Robinson, tight end David Njoku of the Cleveland Browns, Josh Reynolds, Devontae Parker, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Hopkins, and Kyler Murray. Expected to play. This just came out a few minutes ago. Mark Andrews, he had been dealing with a shoulder injury over the last few weeks. They're just coming off a bye, so Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson are both in the lineups for their respective Baltimore Ravens. Devontae Adams is expected to play. He was dealing with an abdomen injury throughout the week. He's expected to play. Ezekiel Elliott is expected to play after missing the last 2 weeks. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, both receivers of the Los Angeles Chargers, are expected to play today. For your Las Vegas Raiders, right now it appears that Colton Miller, our starting left tackle, is out today. Jermaine Illuminor, God help me, will be starting at the left tackle position. Right tackle will be Thayer Mumford. I don't even want to say it, but realistically, this may end up being a very, very, very long day for Derek Carr, and I really hope that's not the case. See a lot of people pulling on up in here. Appreciate you. Is it my big bros in here? Hold up. Did I miss Big Bro pulling up? Because now I'm going to feel like an asshole. There he is. What up, Big Bro? Salute, salute, salute. Josh really hates DC. Yeah, we've I think I think the consensus is clear now at this point. Let's do this matchup, bro. Let's do our matchup, and then we will go into the fantasy rankings going into week 11. And then you guys can call on in with your start sit questions. You could also call in and give your predictions and your X factors for our matchup between our Raiders and the Denver Broncos. But as we go into this matchup, again, we have won 8 of the last 10 against the Broncos. We've won the last 5 straight. We know the head-to-head matchups. We went through that the other day. Most important right now is really the rankings going into this. The Broncos offense is really not the best in the world. We've said that about other teams, and they still put up points, but their defense is something to be concerned about. Going into this matchup, in total offense, we're ranked 17th. They're ranked 22nd. Rush offense, we're ranked 24th. They are 25th. Pass offense, we're ranked 12th. They're ranked 15th. Points per game, we're ranked 14th. They're dead last. Third down offense, we're ranked 22nd. They're ranked 31st. Fourth down, we're ranked 7th. They're ranked 14th. Red zone offense, we are ranked 22nd. They're ranked dead last. When it comes to defense, total defense, we're ranked 28th. They're ranked 2nd. Rush defense, we're 21st. They're 13th. Pass defense, 26th. They're ranked 1st. Points per game, 28th. They're ranked 1st. Third down defense, we're ranked 30th. They're ranked 7th. Again, something to really take into consideration today. Fourth down defense, we're ranked 10th. They're tied for 2nd. Red zone defense, we're ranked dead last. They're ranked 1st. Going into this, they're 3-6. We are 2-7. They're 2-5 in the conference. We're 2-5 in the conference. Division-wise, we're 1-2. They're 0-2. And we have not won a game on the road this year. Again, it's definitely something to think about going into this matchup. Let's see. AC, what's good? John Cena, what's good? I didn't get to learn y'all yet, but my big bro has said it best. Wipe them feet. For those that don't know, that means hit the like button. And then here, this is how we do it. We break them thumbs, we hit them subs, and we smash the bell for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions. Raiders spent the second most in NFL at defensive end, yet we're at the bottom tier in sacks and Jones with half. It's a sin. It's a sin, brother. It's a sin. 0 wins on the road. Yep. I think Josh should start DC at running back and let natural selection do his thing. Jesus Christ. That's horrible. Just tank, baby. That's what it is, y'all. Just tank, baby. Let's go into the rankings as we are, again, a little under an hour away from the 1 o'clock starts, and I only go through the top 10 by the positions. So going into week 11, you got Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones, and Kirk Cousins round out your top 10. For running backs, you have Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, and Nick Chubb. Going into the receivers, you have Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Brown, T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, and rounding out the top 10 is Chris Olave of the New Orleans Saints. For the tight ends, you have Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, T.J. Hawkinson, George Kittle, Dalton Schultz, Pratt Freiermuth, Greg Dulcich, Tyler Higbee, Cole Kmet, and Kyle Pitts. That's kind of crazy to see Kyle Pitts at 10. Your kickers, you got Justin Tucker, Harrison Butker, Tyler Bass, Graham Gano, Brett Mayer, Young Ho Koo, Nick Folk, Daniel Carlson, Robbie Gould, and Evan McPherson. For your defenses, you have the Ravens, the Eagles, the Patriots, the Niners, the Bills, the Broncos, the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Saints, and the New York Jets. So there is your rankings for Week 11, going into Week 11. If you guys want to ask any questions, if you guys want to call in and give your X factors, your predictions for our matchup against the Broncos, I'm going to put the number up right now. Let's see. I'll make sure I'm doing this right. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to seeing. I didn't see anything of him not playing today. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Jerry Tillery make his start for us today. The number is up, guys. If you have any fantasy questions, if you want to get your lineups right and ready, you're going to call the Vault line, 347-471-0361. And again, if you want to just call in and sound off about our game, X factors, your predictions, go for it. I'm not giving a prediction score. I'm not doing that the rest of the year. I'm just going into these games hoping we at least get a win. I did call into ESPN Radio New York the other day asking how many games that they think that the Raiders could win. Realistically, and I kind of feel the same way at this point, I'm looking at, and you guys are probably going to be pissed when I say it, but we're looking at a 5-12, maybe 6-11 finish. Look, it's not an insult, but with how everything's gone so far this year and the matchups that we have going forward, it's going to be tough to get some wins. So that's where I'm looking at right now for us. 5-12, 6-11 at best. And like I said, it pains me to say it, but it is what it is at this point. Again, guys, the line is up. Right on the screen for you guys. Call on in, 347-471-0361. That's how you're going to connect right now. Sound off. And if you have any fantasy questions, feel free to ask. You could even ask your fantasy questions if you don't feel comfortable calling in. You could ask your fantasy questions in the chat as well, and I'll make sure to answer the questions as quickly as possible. I've been waiting, and I haven't seen him in a few weeks, for LV Maximus to pull up. I don't want to say a few weeks, like a week. I wanted LV to pull up and tell us what it was like inside the stadium Sunday after the loss, and I'm still waiting for him to pull up to the chat so I can get an answer, because we were talking about it during the live a couple of days ago, and I'm real curious to hear his thoughts and his reaction to that and how it was, because I obviously it wasn't good, but someone call and ask about the beanie. What beanie giveaway, Tubby? What are you talking about? Only chance car goes off against the Broncos. Get those screens off. Again, we got to wait and see how this plays out, man. Brady. So, John Cena, I was reading an article, and funny enough, I thought about this the other day. Somebody had asked me if Derek Carr were to waive his no-trade clause, what would we be getting rid of? Or, I'm sorry, what will we be getting in return if he waived the no-trade clause and he were to be traded? And I did say a second round. There's an article out there now about him potentially being traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers during the offseason. And actually not real. Well, it would be our offseason. The report that I read was that he would have to be traded before the Super Bowl so he doesn't get the guaranteed 23.9 that he's due next season. And you would potentially be looking at a second round and probably a mid-round pick for Carr in regards to the salary that he has right now. From what I saw, the Tampa Bay Bucks will have over $49 million in cap space this coming offseason, so it might be a move that makes sense. They don't know. The other thing that plays a factor in this would be, what are the Tampa Bay Bucks going to do? Because realistically, Brady's on the last year of his current contract. Would they try to bring him back, or would they just let him go? So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what they say. Digital Press said, all right, going back to watching soccer. I think, if I remember correctly, today's the first day of the World Cup. Qatar is playing and Ecuador. So I'm not watching any of those games. For those that don't know, which you guys don't, I do watch the World Cup. That's really the one time I really will glue into soccer. Um, England, Brazil, Portugal, Spain are the teams I like to watch. The two teams I loved watching when I was a little kid was England and Brazil. So I'm looking forward to watching a lot of these games, most definitely. I will start watching tomorrow. Today I didn't feel like was a day to like really watch. Like there were no games that really intrigued me to watch today. So let's see. There he is, LV. If you can, let's put Prez. Do me a favor and put the number back up. LV, I want to hear from you. I would love for you to call in. I want to hear what the sounds were like inside Allegiant Stadium after that loss last week. I know you had said you were going to the game. Some people had asked, and I thought about you right away. So I definitely would love for you to call in and tell us what exactly went down after the game ended last Sunday in Allegiant Stadium. Prez is putting the number up there right now. Waiting patiently. I'm waiting. There we go.
Call from KJ.
Uh-oh.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up, KJ? Welcome to the vault. How are you?
Good.
Are we getting a win today?
Yeah, I called back.
All right. Do you have a score prediction, or we're gonna win? You just think we're gonna win?
I got a feeling that we might win, but we need the defense need to step up. We need some more cornerbacks. We got Nate Hobbs. I will keep him on the roster, but
Hobbs is definitely going to be here for years to come. He's definitely like one of the cornerstone pieces of our defense right now. Him and Max Crosby, you're gonna grow up watching them play as Raiders for the next couple of years. But we also got to get Fletcher Cox during the offseason, right?
we need Henderson.
Okay. See, you have like I feel like you have a list written down at home of guys that you want on this team. Like
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You have officially become like my favorite caller, and like probably like my new favorite viewer, because you definitely bring some knowledge to the table. And for a 9-year-old, that is awesome. Like, do you play football?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm kind of like streaming.
You got to start playing football, kid. I was playing when I was your age, and I'm old.
Thank you, but we're gonna need a draft. What's his name? Will Henderson.
I'm going to start going through once our season ends, I'm going to start breaking down certain players that are going to potentially be guys that would definitely fit our team moving forward. And I'm definitely going to want to hear from you, because if you give me a list of players, I will do my research and try to do some film breakdown of those players. There's a good chance that me and the boys in Mount Shieldmore are going to be in KC for the 2023 NFL Draft. So stay tuned as we start developing things. We will keep you guys in the know on that. KJ, I definitely appreciate you calling, and always you can call whenever you'd like. Enjoy the game today and stay out of trouble.
Okay, thanks.
Later. That is hands down the coolest little kid, man. Hands down the coolest little kid of the Raider Nation. Shout out to KJ. Definitely appreciate him calling in. Let me put the number back on the screen for you guys. There it is. LV, please, if you can, call. I think we're gonna have to make him an honorary member of Mount Shieldmore. That kid is awesome. That kid is awesome. Start Eagles defense versus Colts or Ravens versus Carolina. Wow, that's a good question, Cena. Hold up. I'm gonna answer that in a second.
Call from.
LB Maximus.
Perfect.
To accept, press.
What's up, brother?
What's up, Hammer?
So we want to hear from you. A lot of people were asking the other day. They could only imagine what it was like inside that stadium after the game. And I remember you had posting that you were going. So we want to hear from you what the sounds were like inside that stadium last weekend.
Well, a lot of people were screaming, "Fire him!" Yeah, everybody had a lot of disgust. It was real loud in the stadium near the end of the game, especially when the PI, the suspect PI at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people were pretty much fed up and were saying, "Fire him."
How are you feeling at this point?
Ride or die.
There you go. You sound. I feel like I woke you up, bro. I feel bad now.
No. I've been under the weather for a couple days.
Ah, shit. Damn. Now I feel even worse. You're under the weather, and I more or less forced you to call, bro. Go get some rest.
No, it's all good, bro.
What do you think about this matchup today?
I'm just crossing my fingers. With Colton Miller being out, I don't have much faith in the Luminor, so
I'm fucking shitting bricks
we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm waiting for the draft day.
Like I said, I think we're gonna. There's a chance right now we may be out there if we get the right people. And I'm already starting to do some research, and I think I found some people I can start reaching out to. We'll start figuring some moves out for KC for the upcoming NFL draft. And look, we got first and second round picks this year, so this could be very, very fun.
I have faith in Ziegler, but McDaniels, I just don't know. I don't think he has the locker room.
No, I agree with that, but at the same time, like hearing DC and Devontae on Wednesday, it seems like they are trusting him. I don't want to repeat what was said, but I guess I'm going to have to. Apparently, they're trusting the process, which makes me fucking sick even saying it. Like, I just got that pain in my stomach that makes me want to throw up when I say that shit, because I only heard that in Philly with the Sixers, and we saw that movie for a very, 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 very long time. I don't want to go through that shit. I don't want to go through a rebuild, another term that I hate when it comes to professional sports. I really am not trying to live through a rebuild of any sports team that I am a fan of, especially not the Raiders.
Yeah, I believe that McDaniels is trying to shove a triangle in a circle, and most good coaches adapt to their players. But he's like, do my system, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where he's failing.
Yeah, like it's either my way, or if you don't like it, you'll just be inactive on a weekly basis. Like we've seen that with a couple of guys. It just seems like guys are not buying into Josh McDaniel's system, where a lot of these guys have been placed on the inactive list, healthy scratches on a week-to-week basis, and it's fucked up. But
yeah.
LV, I definitely appreciate you calling in, bro, and we will definitely be talking soon.
Anytime, brother.
Take care,
Have
brother.
a good
Be
one.
safe.
Nation!
That was LV Maximus. Shout out to the resident masshole, Beantown Breakdown. Cheers from the Desert Bro. Will Josh make it through the season with this job if they lose 2 more games? Look, Mark Davis has already made his statement on it. McDaniels is not going to be going anywhere. And from what I understand, they can't afford to fire him anyways. So, look, it looks like we're going to be stuck with him for the next 2, maybe 3 years. We're going to have to get over that and get over that quickly at this point in time. Nomad, another one, long time no see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Appreciate you pulling on up. My baseball team is the Mets. So I know when it comes to sports and sports fandom, you're not supposed to have more than one team, which for a lot of you, it is what it is. I don't know if that's like the cardinal sin, whatever it is, but there is another team that I respect the hell out of, just strictly because of their history, and that's the LA Dodgers. It is on my bucket list to go to Dodger Stadium at least once in my lifetime, sit in the outfield for a night game, watch the Dodgers knock a couple of home runs, just so I can sit under the awning with those crazy-ass lights and have a good time. But, yeah. With 2 guards and an OT sitting at questionable, Raiders should get a good push today, plus the 2 receivers and tight end out. Again, we shall see what the game plan is. Are we going to have a balanced offense? Is he going to start making Carr throw the ball more? Are we going to see more of a heavy running game? We'll see. We will see. Until we develop the players we have, the draft ain't going to help at all. We always focus on the free agent draft. That way we don't have to focus on our own work of rookies. Carla, you're preaching to the choir. We went into this season and I said that there were still things that we needed to have, especially if we were going to be a Super Bowl contender. This past year's draft was not the best in the world for us. We didn't have the first 2 round picks. It's cool. We got Tay via trade. 3rd round pick, we got Dylan Parham, who I think is going to be a very solid offensive lineman moving forward for us. He's a very versatile guy. I'm very happy that we have him. There, Mumford, he's doing his thing. He's been on the heels of Jermaine Illuminor for that right tackle spot. Now he's going to get a full start today at the right tackle position, while Jermaine Illuminor will be anchoring the left side of the line. The 2 running backs, I'm still kind of blows my mind. We really didn't spend that much on the defense, and we could have done something where we could have got guys that could have fit, some plug-and-play guys on the defensive side, and it seems like the guys that we did draft, Neil Farrell, Butler, the guys are not being utilized. A lot of the times we've seen them as healthy scratches. Maybe they feel that they're not ready, but at this point, I don't know. Dodger Stadium can use your EV. What the hell? That's just, I have no words. When I go to any ballpark, any sporting event, it's always go hard, go home. Field level, you could ask anybody. I got, SNY got a hold of me while I was behind home plate holding the blue belt. Oops. That title belt when I was at a Met game last year. They got me on camera with that thing. Like I could always be found. Again, if you guys want to call, minor leagues are cool to go to. I played, so it was definitely it's a fun experience when it comes to minor league baseball. It's more about the fans than anything else. Definitely enjoyable time for the 2 years that I was down in Florida. Buzz said, let's go Mets. There you go. There you go. There you go. Again, if you guys want to call in, if you have any fantasy questions, feel free to call on in. If you guys just want to sound off about this upcoming matchup, we are less than 3.5 hours away. Yep, 3.5 hours away from kickoff. You guys can call on in. I'm putting the number back on the screen for you guys right now. Would you start Thielen or Samuels today? It's a good question. Let's pull it up on Fantasy Pros. Shout out to Fantasy Pros. These dudes definitely have been a huge asset when it comes to our Sunday morning fantasy start sit-ems. The phone line is right there. And I'm going to get this answered for you as quickly as possible. And I'm guessing you mean Deebo Samuel. So let's do this. Do you mean Curtis or Deebo? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna highlight that in a second, brother. I'm gonna say you meant Deebo, so I'm gonna take a look. Oh, okay. Let's fix this. My apologies. Curtis Samuel, 74-26. You're going against Houston. Houston gives up a lot of receiving yards. The receptions allowed, it's fairly even. Receiving touchdowns allowed, they normally give up one. And the fantasy totals are playing a huge part. And so is a red zone opportunity. It's an average opportunity. While it's really bad for Thielen, go with Curtis Samuel today, most definitely. Let me highlight this. Hey, Hammer, KJ, he's played football but got into streaming from watching me watch Graf and Mitch. So he got more into that. That's actually pretty awesome. Look, if he is going to start his own channel, if he needs help with anything, don't hesitate to reach out. And for those that haven't, if you want to reach out to me directly, I am on Instagram, Hammers.House. I'm on Twitter, Hammers_House. Best way to reach out. And I would definitely love to help him. The kid seems like he has a lot of knowledge. So that was him calling in today was another one that was just great. He definitely seems like a really bright and a really good kid. So, what is the snap? Hammers.House, I think. I can't remember. I haven't used it. I don't really use it. All right, Rondell Moore, Paris Campbell. All right, let's get this up real quick. Kyler Murray is still up in the air right now, so that's going to play a crucial role in him starting, but I actually I'm trying to make some adjustments, and I'm thinking about something with the pigskin pick'em, but consensus down the board, you're going against a Philly defense that just added Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. So consensus down the board says Rondell Moore going against San Francisco tomorrow night. So I'm looking at it through the matchup. I'm looking at it through the type of the numbers that are allowed. Let's see, red zone. Yeah, go Rondell Moore. Go Rondell Moore today for that. Tillery is a joke. He got cut by the Chargers. Just for those that pay attention to football, that understand the business, that understand what happens on and off the field, Tillery had been a solid starter for the last 2 years. They reduced his playing time this coming year. He wanted to be traded. There were several teams that were interested in him before the trade deadline, including the Raiders, but nothing came to it. So as a result, they decided to put him up on waivers, and we got him. Look, solid defensive tackle, a guy that we could definitely use. We'll see what he can do for us today. Of course. I got y'all. This is what I do. This is come on. I do this for y'all. Let me see. What is the name of the starting? The starting right tackle for us today is Thayer Mumford. That is our starting tackle today. Justin Lawson, salute. Kids being raised right in the way of the rated. There you go. The Philadelphia Eagles got Ndamukong Suh a couple of days ago, and the day before they signed Ndamukong Suh, they signed another defensive tackle in Linval Joseph. Look, I think Tillery, that's the one thing I'm going to be watching a lot today. I'm going to be focusing in on the defensive line and seeing what Tillery is going to bring to the table. Because realistically, another young guy, and this is a young guy on the interior defensive line, he could be another guy that could potentially be a guy that's with this organization for years to come. So we shall see today, and moving forward, exactly what he's going to bring to the table for this defense, if anything. I have to start the Jets defense today. Pray for me. It's going to be a very good game. Look, the Jets played the Patriots 2 weeks ago and barely lost that game. It's going to be a very good matchup. I think that the Jets may end up pulling this one out today. Look, they just beat the Bills 2 weeks ago. I think anything's possible. Again, this season has been very, very upside down, not just for us, but throughout the league as a whole. I think it's going to be a very, very good game, but I think the Jets might pull this one off today. Tillery is going to be seeking revenge against the Chargers because of reports of saying he was getting alone with coaching staff and locker room. Yep. It's not a bad idea. I not getting along. I got you. I think Jacobs should be good today. I think Jacobs should be a good option. Granted, the numbers that I spewed out before about Denver's defense, but Denver always has a good defense. But at the same time, we have won 5 straight against them. We've won 8 of the last 10 against them. I'm still not sitting here like, oh yeah, we're gonna dominate that. No, I'm going into these week by week at this point. I just hope we win. That's it. Do I want to be an asshole and be like, nah, we're getting the doors blown off of us? Nah, we getting fucked up this week. No. But we just have to see. We have to see how this shit goes today, man. We have to see how this goes today. We've already been on for about 36 minutes. We've covered everything. I don't really think that there's much else to say. I guess I'm going to wrap up. Nobody else has any questions. Nobody's calling on in. We had KJ call in. We had LV. Actually, we do have one more person, and I guess I'm going to have to call him myself. Bear with me. I don't know how I almost forgot about my guy either. No. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. Give me 1 second. We do have somebody that I'm supposed to get in contact with, and I'm not going to miss this opportunity right now. And I feel like an asshole if I totally forgot. So let me find this number. Should be somewhere in here. Got it. I hope he picks up. Wow.
Please leave your.
Nope. Yeah. You guys are looking at the bottom of the ticker. Xbox gamer tags right there. Hammers.House, the Activision ID for those that had the PC or PlayStation. I just started playing the DMZ. I'm trying to complete the DMZ so I can get that last assault rifle unlocked. Warzone I haven't touched probably since last year, but I've been playing Modern Warfare 2. I've been playing the team, a lot of team deathmatch, kill confirmed. I maxed out my M4 and have that. Man, that shit is a beast right now. Took your soul, add me, bro. Oh, here we go. Perfect.
Call from.
Big Mike.
To accept, press 1.
Yo,
What's going on, Hammer?
what's up, brother? I almost forgot about you, and I feel kind of bad that I did.
Oh, no, it's all good, man. I was rocking out with Primos on his show for a little bit.
Got you.
Yeah, man. So I got some good information to pass down to everybody, man, if you don't mind.
For those that don't know, for those that are living under a rock, this is Big Mike of Planet Raiders. He just started his own YouTube channel not too long ago. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel. Now we've been doing, this is our second week where we're going to do, for the rest of the season, a weekly segment, prop bets, and pretty much for all you degenerate gamblers out there, giving you guys some advice and some tips going into this Week 11 matchup. So the floor is yours, brother.
All right, man. So let's start with the game first. We got Raiders-Broncos. Broncos are in a 2.5-point favorite. The over-under is 41.5. Guys, I think, over-under, I wouldn't touch it too much. I think this game is going to flirt with that 41.5. I got a 24-17. I'm not going to say who I think is going to win because I don't want anybody going after my head. So, but yeah, I would definitely have the Broncos covering that. If you're picking up what I'm putting down on that one. Russell Wilson, since our defense is 28th in the league, I think Russell Wilson's going to have a big game. Over under for touchdowns for him is 1.5, and that's a plus 118 on Caesars Sportsbook and a plus 125 on DraftKings. So, hey, get that in there. And if you could top that off on a parlay, go over 225 in yardage for Russell Wilson. It's a minus 115 on DraftKings and a minus 117 on Caesars. So you combine those two things in a parlay along with Derek Carr interception. I think Derek Carr is going to throw an interception in this game. That Broncos defense is playing very well. Minus 115 on Caesars. You add that with those two Russell Wilson prop bets that I said, and then anytime touchdown for Latavius Murray is a plus 170. So if you add those four things, you're looking at a pretty good payday. That's kind of my advice for that one. And then first touchdown, you got a coin flip between Melvin Gordon and Latavius Murray, so plus 600, getting that ball in the goal line. And then you got Russell Wilson, which is a big payday. You can put $5 on it and win a pretty good amount of money for him to punch it in himself for a touchdown. It's a plus 2,200. So that's something to consider, man. That's all I got. That's my quick rundown. What you think, Hammer?
I'm nervous, and normally I stay away from my team. I've started to learn, because even with even when I was doing baseball stuff, I would never bet on the Mets. And the other two teams now, especially when it comes to football, that I will not bet on is the New York Football Giants and the New York Jets, because they always find some way to fuck me one way or another. Last year I had like a 12-team parlay, about $30 to win a couple of $1,000, and the Giants fucked me and lost to the Falcons when they had the lead. Young Ho Koo hit the game-winning field goal with like seconds left in the game.
Oh man!
So I learned my lesson when it comes to New York sports teams, and when it comes to my Raiders, I will not bet on them. The only team that I am a fan of that I will bet on is the Warriors, and that's it.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But you know what the thing is? I've been like that for quite a while too. But what I've noticed about like prop bets and kind of getting a feel of the game. I'm not talking necessarily about the game itself, but like just the feel of players and strategy and what they're trying to do. I find myself being a lot more successful with following Raiders games because I know what to expect when they play other teams.
Right.
Because I've been watching the Raiders for years. I keep up with this team religiously, seems like, and I pretty much know how games are gonna go in for the most part. And I like to bank in on that. I don't like betting on Raiders games on how the game is going to go, but I do like the prop bets. You pretty much kind of get a good idea of how the game is going to go.
I've seen people, like I had a dude I used to work with that started messing around with the prop bets and doing these teasers. Dude was hitting. He was hitting like he made a couple of $1,000s here and there doing that shit. And I'm just like, God damn, bro. Like, I think it's definitely like the prop bets. I think it's going to be a thing I'm going to start messing with. But like normally it's always been like money lines with like I'll do a couple of legs and either I hit or I miss. And a lot of times I've missed where I'm like one off and it always seems to bite me in the ass. But I normally go like low risk, high reward. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best way to go. And, I just started doing prop bets like maybe like earlier this season. But what I've noticed is that like I get a good feel of the game, and if I do some studying on where they want to go as far as like first touchdown and game strategy and those first 15 scripted plays that they do and like who they want to get involved early, like I got a good feel about it. I lately I've been hitting on a lot of things. This Thursday I hit on Austin Hooper getting a touchdown, and he hasn't been doing anything all season. And he the first anytime touchdown for Austin Hooper was a plus 650, and I put 20 on it, and I hit on that.
God damn.
So, yeah, man. So, if you just follow, if you kind of just look at strategy and you look at scripts and you look at like, okay, like for example, the Titans, they like to they like to use the play action to establish the pass because Derrick Henry, he has to have 8 men in the box to stop this guy. So you can throw, there's a lot of open spaces in zones for the tight end to be successful.
Right.
So that's how I figured, Austin Hooper was going to have a pretty big game. He ended up having 2 touchdowns. And, that's just things that I look at, little things like that to be like, okay, I'm going to bank on just a scientific guess based on what I've seen in previous games and how they run offenses. I can bank that this guy is going to do something in this game. So that's a good strategy for the future if you're going to go into that, bro.
I'm definitely going to look into it a little bit more, and I'll probably start messing around with it, especially as we're going towards the tail end of the regular season, most definitely. Big
Yeah,
Mike,
man.
It's always a pleasure, bro. We'll definitely have you on again next week. I'm definitely loving this little segment that we're able to do, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, anytime, man. Hey, guys, Big Mike Raider on YouTube, man. I'm starting things up. I got some things cooking up, so check me out, man.
Everyone that's in this chat, please subscribe. Big Mike Raider on YouTube. Definitely hit that subscribe button. A member of Planet Raiders. Once we get that off the ground and running, look, it's a takeover. It is a takeover that nobody's ready for.
Yes, sir.
Mike, definitely
Yes, sir.
appreciate you, brother, and we'll talk soon. Stay safe, brother.
All right, you too, man.
Later.
Later.
All right. Last few minutes, if anybody wants to call in, feel free to call in. Give your last predictions. We're going to wrap up shortly. I got to start getting myself together and heading out. I'll be down on the shore. Probably my last weekend down there. It's starting to get colder, and majority of the games towards the tail end are going to be primetime games. So this will probably be one of the last times I go down to the Jersey Shore, Bar A, hanging out with the Jersey Shore Raider Booster Club. So, yeah, shout out to them. Definitely not the best season, but it's been a fun time with them and meeting and interacting with more of the Raider Nation, especially down in Jersey. Alfredo, salute. Damn, you know what's funny? I just realized my Mets hat is front and center now, and the Met hat actually has not been there. It's been all my Raider hats, so yeah. Right now, who else? It depends on who else you have on waivers right now that you could pick up. Anonymous was good. Again, the number. Oh, I did have it up. Here's the number. Like I said, we're gonna be out of here in the next few minutes. I do have some things I gotta finish getting myself together and taking that drive. It's like an hour 15, hour 20. So yeah. Right. Callie said ready for the draft. Again, Big Mike Raiders, definitely hit that sub button for him. Yeah, this is the custom jersey. It's the only jersey I wear. It's the only jersey I've worn this season. And then I have my hoodie somewhere. I'm wearing my new hoodie and my Raider jacket. You know what? I might as well just grab that shit now and throw it on for you guys to see. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Hold on. I'm not going anywhere. We're not leaving. Just hold on. So, I'm back. We got the Raiders. This is the Therma. Full zip up. And then... So that's what we got on for today. It's fucking cold as hell on the East Coast now, so I'm just trying to stay warm. Let's see. Flex position, Boyd, Thielen, or Amon St. Brown. Give me 1 second. Let's pull this up, and I will answer that question. Fuck. And this is for your flex. Okay. I actually had Boyd and Higgins last year on one of my fantasy teams, and they both were always getting me points. Thielen and St. Brown. You're going to go with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Matchup, he's going against the Giants. Receptions allowed for them on average is 19.4, with receiving yards allowed 230 yards on average. 1 touchdown. Yeah, it's looking, especially with these other matchups, you have Thielen going against Dallas. Dallas has a really solid defense. And then the Bengals against Pittsburgh. That's a toss-up, but consensus down the board has Amon-Ra St. Brown. This is a Christmas present from my pops last year. I fucking love this jacket, and it's so comfy, too. Damn, I'm like nice and comfy and toasty right now with this. I bought a new varsity jacket in the summer. Now you need it. Yeah, I wanted the leather one, but I feel like I couldn't find it anywhere. I think it was like similar to the one that Docs actually had. I had wanted that one for the longest time, but I couldn't find it. So it is what it is. Like even the hoodie that I got this year, the white hoodie that you guys saw before, the Born and Raised one, I saw it in the Raider image in Vegas when I was out there in August. I didn't get it. So I was like, oh, wait, I'll get it, whatever. I went to go and get it. Sold out everywhere. I had to get it off of eBay. I don't give a shit. It's still worth it. That hoodie is fire. I wish I could have gotten the black one because I never wear white, but that hoodie is fire too. All right. We're going to wrap up. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that pulled on up. Shout out to Big Mike. Again, Big Mike Raider on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to him. Shout out to LV for calling in. And of course, the little man, the the new member, the honorary member of Mal Shieldmore, KJ. Again, Callie, if he wants to start a channel, if he needs any help in any way, shape, or form, don't hesitate to ask, man. Do not hesitate to ask. But let me get myself rolling and finishing getting myself together. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is still around. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation, till I die. We'll be back tomorrow with our Raider Reaction Monday, so you guys don't want to miss that. Shields up. And of course, on my New York shit, we out, y'all.